What happens when a family of 4 hops on motorbikes and rides through the mountains of Vietnam for 5 days straight? Spoiler, it's wild, it's stunning, and yes, we even survived the 14 corners lookout hike in Crocs. But of course with socks, because you can't use Crocs without socks.
From waterfalls to caves to literal cliffside mountain rides, we're bringing you along for the ultimate adventure in our northern Vietnam motorbike tour through the Ha Giang and Cao Bang Loop. Firstly, we started in Hanoi. We took a public van ride, all the way to Cao Bang. There was recliner seats, charging ports, and tons of rest stops on the way. But some of the rest stops were pretty questionable.
If you're expecting like a McDonald's with the flush toilet and stuff, throw that out the window.
There's squatty potties and who knows what other stuff. But the trip is 6 hours long, and if you're prone to motion sickness, you should bring Jeremy. You should bring it on the whole entire trip because it's very twisty and windy, so that's one thing to pack.
Then we checked into our hotel in Cao Bang, which was decent. Then we met our tour guide, and he was really nice.
Yeah. His name was Mr. Vu's Easy Riders. Watch to the end for the full review.
Oh wait, you remember that pizza that was actually so goated?
Oh yeah, Pedro's Pizza. If you ever go on the Cao Bang and Ha Giang Loop, and you have to go.
No other words.
Then we walked around because my mom and dad are so addicted to Vietnam coffee.
Yeah.
Like we walked around for a while until we stumbled across this Times Square in Vietnam. Coming to you live from Times Square in Cao Bang, Vietnam.
It's just a Kimpton.
We started in Cao Bang, then spent 5 days riding through northern Vietnam's wildest mountain roads, ending in Ha Giang. This map doesn't show every stop, but trust us, it was insane.
Then the next morning, we took all of our stuff down to the lobby, and then our tour guide started packing the stuff up onto a motorbike. This whole tour is on motorbikes, which makes it extremely fun.
Yeah.
Then we went to this coffee place called Gilu's Garden, and we had some pretty decent breakfast.
Pretty good cafe.
And we were off on day 1. We stopped by some farmers who were laying out rice noodles. Everybody in Vietnam is actually really nice. So they let us lay out some of their rice noodles. It was pretty cool.
And then they let us go on their plants and crops, they let us walk on them. And then we caught this cool plant. I forget what it was called, but...
I think the noodles were called vermicelli noodles.
Yeah, vermicelli noodles. Well, you'll see that clip up there.
Our next stop was the blacksmith's village, where we watched a guy forge knives the old school way. Hammer, fire, and pure skill. It was seriously awesome.
Then we visited an incense village, and the whole place smelled amazing. We saw how they roll incense by hand. It's way harder than it looks.
Most of the villages that you'll see, or most of the places that we've been, are UNESCO protected because these people are trying to support their family by doing what you see in these videos. Quick lunch outside the cave, noodles, chicken, and a view. Not bad. Then we headed into this massive cave. Cool air, giant rock formations, and total darkness. Caleb might have tripped over a stalagmite.
It was dark, okay? Next up, Ban Gioc Waterfalls on the border of China. It was absolutely epic.
After day 1 wrapped up, we checked into our hotel. Hotel was decent, but the place the tour guides were eating at that night just wasn't our type.
It was pretty sketchy, and the food probably would have made us sick. So we just got some mangoes and made a Pringle sandwich with just random stuff. And we also bought this knife to cut up our mangoes. And it was like $1, $2, and this is still my mom's favorite knife to date. And then we went to bed, excited for day 2.
Wait, what was your favorite part of day 1?
Probably the cave and the waterfall. I really liked the cave because it was pretty cool.
My favorite part was the blacksmiths because they were just hammering away at iron. Day 2 kicked off with the paper making village, where we got to see how they make paper by hand. From plants. They even let us try parts of it too, which was super cool. These are the finished products.
Shout out to this sweet potato lady because like, she invited us in for sweet potatoes. Like, people in Vietnam are so nice.
Yeah.
They let us check out their houses, what they do for work. They taught us something. And, like, she insisted on us eating, like, 2 sweet potatoes each. And after that, our tour guides bought her some milk and some gifts for her, because that's how nice they are and thoughtful. Next, we visited God's Eye Mountain. Yes, it's literally a mountain with a giant hole in the top. Super cool view, and even cooler lunch after, especially the peanuts. Best ever. Then we went to the 14 Corners Lookout hike. And the view was definitely worth it. It was a pretty long hike. Like, it was uphill and downhill. It felt pretty long, obviously, because you're going uphill and downhill, and it was really hard. Like, you had to, because the dirt was loose and stuff. Shout out to my amazing driver, Vroom, who gave me a piggyback down when it was pretty hard.
And then after the 14 Corners Lookout hike, it was dark, which was kind of sketchy, but still really cool.
What was your favorite part of day 2?
God's Eye Mountain.
Me, personally, I picked the 14 Corners Lookout hike, because I always like a good hike. It's really fun. And also, the view is actually really cool.
The view was absolutely insane. And we got to see the sunset from up there.
All those moms out there, this is for you.
Then we rode around for a long time. Like, I think it was like 3 hours or something. We stopped along the way because in Vietnam, there's plenty of stops where we can see just beautiful scenery. Then we stopped at the No River,
Which
doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it just doesn't process in my brain. It says No River, but there's a river, and it's called the No. Why do they name it? We saw some pretty crazy stuff along the way, like construction, and then pigs in a blanket. Oh wait, never mind. Baskets. Still, like.
I don't know about you, but I think that deserves a like and a subscribe.
Hit all those buttons. I don't care what they do. Hit them all.
Another thing we like about Mr. Vu's Easy Riders is he's always stopping to, like, he's very intentional on us, like, stopping to meet the local people. And he even bought lollipops, and we handed them out to, like, kids in the villages. The Mopulang Skylock had epic views, but we thought we were lost halfway through. Our guide said it was a short walk, then didn't come with us. At least it ended with hot chocolate and beautiful views.
Then we stopped at my favorite hotel in all of the trip. It was my favorite because it was brand new. The beds were pretty nice. It had really good heating in it because it was cold that day.
My favorite part of day 3 was definitely the Mopulang Skywalk.
I liked just the drive there because after the Mopulang Skywalk, we drove around and the scenery was cool. There were like these big black rocks standing scattered everywhere as we were approaching Myeongvak. And when we ate at Myeongvak, it was actually pretty good too.
Yeah. On day 4, we were just driving around a lot. The scenery was really cool all day, so we stopped a lot. And there was some really cool. Oh yeah, we stopped at a waterfall. It was like, the water was like freezing cold, so we didn't get in, but we just like dipped our feet down to our like knees.
Then we stopped at the Tom Gui, I'm probably gonna butcher it, but the Tom Gui Homestay or something. And it was a really nice homestay as well. It was
my favorite hotel.
It was my second favorite hotel. I still like that other one. But they had these cool little like cottages kind of. They had one bed and one bathroom in them each, and we got 2 of them. And then they had a pool, which was super nice.
2, 1. Go, feet up.
Backwards! What was your favorite part of day 4?
Probably the dinner at the hotel and like probably jumping into the pool.
I just liked the driving because they were like bumpy roads, so it was almost like an obstacle course. There were like little mini jumps and stuff. I liked that part.
Yeah.
Then came day 5. We were sad. We had breakfast. We probably could have kept going, but our mom and dad said no. Day 5 started out with non-stop scenery, twisty roads, huge mountain views, and some of the best landscapes of the whole trip.
We stopped at a French military fortress, which looked like something out of a history movie. Crumbling walls, moss, and a killer view from the top.
Then we visited a hemp weaving village, where all the women worked together to make fabric by hand. It was super cool to watch, and honestly, way more teamwork than we were expecting.
Heaven's Gate was our final big view. And personally, I think it was one of the best.
Yeah, I agree. We got so lucky on this trip because it didn't even rain. It sprinkled one time, which is so lucky. We can't say the same for you guys, but that is so lucky.
Yeah, but what the good thing is because they packed ponchos, they packed 2 ponchos, they packed legs, they packed
a jacket.
And so we didn't really take it off because during the last day when we were going through the mountain range, we just kept more of them because they're kind of like wind jackets to make us feel less warm. So travel tip, if your tour guides bring it, you should probably bring it because it helps with the cold.
Would we do this again?
100%.
Hands down.
Would we pick Mr. Vu's Easy Riders again? 1,000,000%.
Yeah, 100%. They're so nice. They brought all the gear. They had the safety gear. They had the helmets. They showed us the real Vietnam. They didn't just show us all the tourist destinations. They showed us people's houses, how they live.
And it was really cool because they showed us the stories and the villages, and they were very friendly. Yeah. Also, it was a private tour, which made it 1,000 times better. Even if you have to pay a little bit extra, I guarantee if you're on a family of 4, it's worth it.
Yeah, because then you just get all.
Yeah.
And this is completely not sponsored. This is an honest review. Everything we're saying, this is exactly what we thought. We're not getting paid. This is our completely honest review. And if you want to know any of this or how we booked this in more detail,
check out our mom's massive vlog. It has everything. The hotels we stayed at, the restaurants we ate at, literally everything you could possibly need to know.
Link to her blog in the description.
Do you want to know what we packed on our motorbike trip? Trust me, it wasn't much.
Yeah, it wasn't.
We each had 1 backpack, and that's a family of 4. Don't bring any suitcases on this.
Don't.
We saw some people try it. It didn't go well.
Wait, I think I actually have an exact list of what we got. Let me see. Okay, here we go. 2 pairs of pants, 1 pair of athletic shorts, 1 pair of comfortable shoes, 2 sweatshirts, 5 t-shirts, 2 pairs of...
2 hours later.
If you want to see everything, because definitely did not remember anything like I said, go to our link in the description. Tell us your favorite part, or if you have any questions, in the comments below. If you don't want to miss any of our upcoming adventures, hit the subscribe button. Boundless Brothers, over and out. Wait.